Hi, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is DDare Bionic, if you did not know, and I am back with another video. So today is Monday, and you know what that means. Mental Health Chat Monday. Essentially what Mental Health Chat Monday is me imparting my knowledge that I have gained about mental health through close personal and professional experiences with mental health professionals, my own personal life experience dealing with high-functioning depressive disorder and general anxiety disorder, and knowledge that I have gained from countless hours of research online to help myself and also better the world. I just want to start this video like I start every video off with saying I am not a mental health professional. I am simply a guy who has done a lot of research and is very, I like to think, knowledgeable about mental health. And you can take my words with either a grain of salt, or you can take what I say to heart, and hopefully you learn something from these videos, because that is the whole point of this series, is to teach people new things that they didn't know, whether you are suffering with mental health issues, or you know or love or care deeply or hate, who knows, someone with a mental health issue. So today's episode, kind of like I said in last week's episode, I'm going to be talking about coping mechanisms. And a coping mechanism is essentially a way to handle a severe depressive episode, a way to essentially help to boost your mental morale and keep you focused on the path of mental wellness. So this list is combined with a bunch of things that I do myself, but also things that I am not necessarily very good at as far as coping mechanisms, and also healthy ways to take care of yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First on our list of coping mechanisms is building a strong support network. Essentially what that means is keeping people close to you that you know you can lean on in times of need. If you feel like you need someone to talk to, if you feel like you need someone just to be like, hey, can I just come and sit and we not do anything? Or, hey, I just need to talk right now. You know, keeping people around you that care both about your physical health and your mental health, and who better you and not, shame you or make you feel any kind of negative way about your mental health issues. The second thing on my list is a thing that I am terrible at, as I am filming this video very early in the morning or late at night, depending on how you look at it. Improving your sleep hygiene. Now, I have said the term sleep hygiene to many people, and they get really confused when I call it hygiene. Most people think that hygiene only deals with your physical health, and sleeping is actually a part of your physical health. A lot of times people with mental health issues, myself included, I suffer with this a lot, have either hypersomnia, where they sleep too much, or insomnia, where they do not sleep at all. And mine happens to lean more towards the insomnia side. I've been having a really bad week of insomnia, actually. So there's that. Improving your sleep hygiene means doing things that help you sleep better. One of my biggest things that kind of helped me, and still helps me, but I still struggle with sleep anyway, but was really developing a routine when it comes to bedtime. I have not been able to keep myself going to bed at a regular time. I work in a restaurant, and so my times are always so weird and all over the place. But essentially my bedtime routine is typically light candles before I get in my shower. I light my candles, I let the scent fill my room, so that when I walk into my room, it's already got that relaxed and positive sleeping energy. I usually will light a lavender or chamomile, or right now I have a eucalyptus and sage candle going, and those really fill and invigorate the room with that like, okay, it's sleepy time energy. And then I like to take a shower at night. I'm definitely a night shower person. It definitely relaxes me, wash off all that energy from the day. And then I do all my skincare, which is another really relaxing thing for me. And then I can come into my room and it's already smelling good, and it's got the good juju going. And then I can get in my bed, turn on my fans for a little bit of white noise, have, a show or something quietly with the brightness dimmed down going in the background, so that I have that white noise, but I can still, fall asleep. Yes, I am a 27-year-old man that still likes to snuggle stuffed animals sometimes. So when I'm not staying with my partner, I am snuggling one of my stuffed animals. And typically it takes me a little while to fall asleep, and I have a hard time staying asleep. Suffice all of that to say, improving your sleep hygiene, creating that nighttime routine to help you get to bed easier will improve your sleep health and will definitely greatly improve your mood. I know when I sleep well, I definitely feel better. Next on my list is something that I will probably make a full video about, and that's positive self-talk. A lot of times people with mental health issues will have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of "you're worthless," "you're this," "you're that," and those are things that afflict me very deeply when I am having a depressive episode. And a great thing that I have discovered and is proven to work across the board is positive self-talk. Building yourself up when you hear those voices coming at you, telling you you're nothing, telling you this, that, and the third, responding to it out loud or in your head or, in your mirror, however you feel you need to give yourself that positive self-talk, but being like, no, I am worth it. I am great. I am that bitch. I had to throw that one in there. But yeah, really building yourself up and combating those negative voices with positive voices has greatly improved my mental health and will greatly improve your mental health. I can certify and guarantee that one. Positive self-talk has done wonders for me. Another thing that's on this list that we don't necessarily think about a lot is stress. I say we don't think about it a lot because stress can be like an invisible factor in triggering a depressive episode. It really depends on what your stressors are and identifying those stressors. For me, feeling like a burden is a stressor. It is a trigger, and it's a thing that will trigger a whole spiral in a depressive episode. So I've identified that and I can nip that in the bud when I see it coming. So really sitting down, writing in a journal is a really great thing, and you can bullet out, this is the thing that happened to me that made me feel this way. Chronicling, I guess this is a 2-for-1, chronicling your episodes, chronicling moments of weakness that you have, jotting them down, writing them down, talking them into your voice recorder on your phone, and listening back and knowing, okay, this is something that happened at that time that triggered me, that is a stressor for me, that made me feel negatively about myself and then sent me on a spiral. Identifying those things, pinpointing them, will greatly help you to remove yourself from that situation, to catch them before they happen, to live a more mentally healthy and stress-free life. Stress is a big factor in mental health. So always try and identify your stressors at the point of ignition. Another thing that we don't necessarily think of as a way to cope and combat is sticking to a routine. And by that, I mean not necessarily being so rigid with yourself that you can't do anything outside of your planned, plotted schedule, but giving yourself certain things either throughout the day or throughout the week, little goals or markers that you hit during your day that keep you on a regular schedule. For me, filming and editing, I like to keep myself to a strict schedule. I say strict very loosely, but a strict schedule so that I know, okay, this thing needs to get done so I can have this thing done, so I can have this thing done. And it helps me to focus on that thing instead of focusing on the issues in my head and not the issues. Instead of focusing on the depressive episode, I then turn my focus to something creative, to something that I know that I love to do, something that is in my routine. And I'm so focused on my routine that I am in a way healed from that episode, that negative self-talk. So sticking to a routine, keeping things in your schedule that are positive, keeping yourself on that right track will definitely keep you focused on your mental wellness and inadvertently keep you mentally well. And last, but most certainly not least on this list, seeing a therapist. Say it with me. Everybody needs therapy. Every single person, every human on this planet needs therapy. And that is not to say that every person on this planet has some sort of mental illness or is mentally unwell. Not true. Some people do not live with it. However, everyone could use some therapy because we have all experienced multiple levels of trauma and we all handle it differently. We all, myself included, need to make time for therapy because it is so healing to get you know, to be able to have that conversation with someone who is objective, who doesn't know your situation, who doesn't live regularly in your life, who isn't, you know, a personal friend or a loved one or a coworker, but sharing that with someone who is outside of your network. Seeing a therapist is great. It is fantastic. It is something that is on my list of things to do in 2021, is getting to a therapist regularly, because we all need therapy. It's so healing and beautiful. And I don't believe a single person on this planet that says they don't need therapy. We all do. Every single person, especially after this year, 2020, everybody needs therapists. Therapists need therapists, and those therapists for the therapists need therapists too. All right, you all. So that is my list of ways to cope. I know they were like typical, regular things, but truly they are some of the most amazing things that have helped me in my life. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below some things you want me to talk about on Mental Health Monday. I have a bajillion ideas and I just need to kind of organize them. So if you guys have things you want to hear from me, please let me know down in the comments. I will gladly talk about whatever y'all want me to talk about on this series. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and that bell notification so you get a notification every single time I post a video, which will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you like this beautiful backdrop that is actually a scarf with my logo design on it, you can find it on my Redbubble, which is linked below, as well as links to all of my other merch and my music. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.